On Thursday, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced the country's biggest city will fully reopen for business on July 1st. That's 2 months from this weekend. That news, along with the CDC's relaxing of its guidance on wearing masks outdoors and the widespread availability of vaccines, are signs of hope for a country weary after 14 long months under the cloud of this pandemic. So, as America looks ahead, which restrictions will remain in place? And who exactly still needs to wear a mask? NBC's senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres, has our Sunday focus.
America is beginning to unmask as the CDC offers new guidance for the fully vaccinated.
For vaccinated people, outdoor activities without a mask are safe.
The agency releasing this chart to show people when they need their face covering and when they don't. Vaccinated or not, it is now safe to walk, run, or bike outside without a mask in open areas. If you are fully vaccinated, attending small outdoor gatherings is okay too. But indoors with others from outside your household, the guidance is that the mask should stay on, vaccinated or not, and social distancing should still be observed. Lester Holt spoke exclusively to the CDC director about the new guidance this week.
Dr. Walensky, what changed in the science that allowed this new recommendation to be made?
So there's both a change in the science and a change in where we are with this pandemic. Less than 10% of cases of COVID-19 have been occurring outdoors. So we have the science to say outdoor transmission is much rarer than indoor transmission.
And how are you feeling today?
Vaccinations remain the key pathway to fully regain all activities, both indoors and out.
The President of the United States.
During his joint address to Congress, President Biden touted the success of the fight against COVID under his administration.
Our progress these past 100 days against one of the worst pandemics in history has been one of the greatest logistical achievements this country's ever seen.
So far, there have been more than 230 million shots given in the U.S., with 100 million Americans fully vaccinated. But some remain hesitant to get their dose, officials reminding anyone with concerns that they should talk to a doctor or someone they know who's already gotten their vaccine. Where do we need to go from here, especially with the vaccination efforts?
We need to use as many channels as possible in order to reach people where they are. And remember, this is not just about what government can do. This is about what all of us can do to help get people vaccinated.
Despite the number of vaccinations continuing to go up, cases of COVID-19 are still dangerously high, and more than 600 people a day lose their lives to the virus.
We've had 3 updated guidances of what you can do if you're fully vaccinated, and we look forward to more as more and more people get vaccinated. This virus has tricked us before, so I would like to watch and see how it goes before making further estimations of what happens in a couple of months.
As the nation remains anxious for a return to normal, officials are clear. The best way back is to follow the evolving guidelines and get vaccinated.
And Dr. Torres joins me now live. Dr. Torres, good morning. It's good to see you. So as you say, there are great signs of hope. Normal life is in sight, but vaccination rates still are not where public health officials would like to see them. What does that mean for our recovery here?
And good morning, Willie. And even though once vaccinated, we are starting to get to do more and more, there are still a number of people that say they simply won't get the shot. Now, according to several polls out this week, around 20% of Americans are saying they won't get the vaccine. However, that number has consistently gone down month after month, showing that people are getting more comfortable with it. Now, hopefully, as they start to see others getting back to a more normal life in the weeks and months to come, this will help convince them that the vaccine will not only help them, but also their community.
For what it's worth, I'm getting my second shot tomorrow, and I can't wait. Dr. John Torres,
Excellent.
Thanks so much for that report.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.